We are back with another monthly wrap-up of some of the weird, bizarre, and even scary news to come out of Japan over the last month. So, what happened over the last month or so? Let's take a look. Number 1. Last month, a 71-year-old man from Kitakyushu City was arrested for breaking and entering. Police claimed the man had hit 63 houses in the Fukuoka, Kumamoto, and Oita areas, taking around 9.3 million yen in cash, gift certificates, and the like. That is a lot of money. But what did he do with it? Well, other than using it for living expenses, it seems the man shouted entire sushi restaurants because he wanted to look cool. In July last year, he broke into the home of a 94-year-old woman in Oita Prefecture and stole around 8,000 yen in cash. Then in October, he broke into a 76-year-old woman's house in Kumamoto Prefecture and stole around 140,000 yen in cash. When he was arrested for these robberies, he initially denied the charges, but then later confessed that he had indeed done it, and police were able to dig up a total of 63 houses he hit, most of them elderly women and farmers. His MO was to break in during the day when people were out working in the fields, steal whatever cash or certificates they had that he could also sell for cash, and then leave without being seen. He used this money to fund his own lifestyle, claiming that welfare wasn't enough, but also had a habit of shouting people at sushi restaurants and snack bars, simply because he wanted to look cool. Well, fair enough, I guess. Number 2. Sticking with robberies. Last month, a spat of strange robberies occurred at a store in Kanagawa Prefecture. The same store was hit 3 times, with the offender stealing the same thing all 3 times. And what did he steal? Well, decorative orange flowers. On January 29th, a man on a moped pulled up to a Western confectionery store in Kanagawa around 5 a.m. He then reached through a small fence and stole the 10 orange tulips the owner had just placed there, with their vase, before riding off. But over the next week, the rider showed up another 2 times in the early morning, again only stealing the orange tulips before riding off again. They were all deep orange flowers. I wonder if he's an old man who just likes orange flowers, the owner reportedly said. But he also left a note mentioning that the security cameras caught his face and the license plate of his moped, so next time he does it, he'll be in trouble. As of making this video, police are still looking for the flower thief. Number 3. In some absolutely fascinating and honestly ingenious news this month, some junior high students from Hyogo Prefecture decided to do a research project on the much-hated stink bug, an insect that broke out in record numbers last year and was stinking up all over the place. But what was their project? No, it wasn't ways to kill or even decrease their numbers, but rather to turn their unique essence into, well, air freshener. The 3rd graders worked with a local pesticide company and caught over 100 stink bugs to extract their odor. They did this by pressing cotton balls to them to collect their fluids, and they then used this as an ingredient for air fresheners. But what exactly does a stink bug air freshener smell like? Well, apparently quite nice. Students remarked that it smelled like green apples, or perhaps even cookies. So sadly, if you were hoping to coat yourself in the stench of stink bug, you'll have to do it the old-fashioned way, as these kids managed to turn it into a nice smell. Amazing. Number 4. Last month, a 21-year-old man from Nagoya was given a suspended sentence with probation for beating a man on the road with a bat and attempting to kill him. But why did he beat this man? Well, the 21-year-old claimed that this man, a former classmate of his from high school, was the reason he was unable to pass his university entrance exams, because they always got into trouble together. But the kicker? The man he beat wasn't even his friend. He was actually a complete stranger that the 21-year-old simply mistook as his friend. Yikes. The 21-year-old started blaming his former classmate after failing his entrance exams and, in a fit of rage, decided to punish him. Last December, the young man took a bus from Tokyo to Nagoya and waited near where his former classmate lived to attack him. When he saw who he thought was his former classmate, he attacked. But it turned out to be a case of mistaken identity, and this complete stranger was almost beaten to death. The defense claimed that the 21-year-old had been bullied in school and was now schizophrenic. He also had no memory of the attack and was receiving treatment at the hospital for his disorder. The judge ended up sentencing him to 3 years, suspended for 5, acknowledging that he had seriously injured a complete stranger, but that his illness was indeed to blame, and he hoped that future treatment would help him. Number 5. Alright gamers who despise any sort of movement, it's your time to shine. This January, BB Lab released their newest product, the Sleep Shelter LFP 500. And what exactly is the Sleep Shelter LFP 500? Well, in their own words, it's a dome tent, designed to surround your head with pillows for maximum comfort. But that's not all. It's designed to maximize your gaming experience. Yes, this dome tent, or sleep shelter, or whatever you want to call it, has been designed specifically for gamers to get the best rest they can, so their concentration and reaction times remain in peak condition. You can slap this dome right over your existing bed and control how much light comes in, but you can also play games inside it as well, and reduce screen glare. Very important. There are also pockets for your phone or other portable gaming devices, and if you like to sleep with the fan or air conditioner on, the dome will protect your precious eyes from the breeze as well. And all this for just 12,000 yen. Peak sleep and peak gaming awaits. Number 6. Valentine's Day has come and gone, and one woman on Twitter shared a rather interesting gift she got for it. An absolutely massive, industrial-sized bag of mugi choco, or wheat puffs covered in chocolate. Chocolates a friend gave me. Even as chocolates just for a friend, this is a bit much. Coming in at just shy of 1 kilo, the woman wondered how on earth she would be able to consume it all, with the bag coming in at a hefty 3,500 calories or so. I'm a little scared, so I'll just eat them bit by bit, she said. But to make things even more difficult, she apparently left the bag on top of the kotatsu heated table, and they all started to melt together as well. R.I.P. If you're interested in your own massive bag of mugi choco to frighten friends with, or just to get your daily dose of 3,500 calories, you can grab them for less than 2,000 yen. A bargain. Number 7. We all love gacha toys, but last month an interesting series popped up that caught people's attention. Criminals on the Wanted List gacha. Now really, who wouldn't want to collect photos of suspects on the wanted list? And now, that's exactly what you can do. This set includes 12 men and women who are wanted for a variety of crimes, such as fraud, robbery, weapon possession. But here's the kicker. None of these people are actually real criminals. Instead, the people in the photos donated their visage because, well, they had some mean mugs that people argued looked just like stone cold killers. So, why not have a bit of fun with it? And if you want to collect this rather unique collection of regular people posing as wanted criminals, they're only 300 yen each. Number 8. This is a safe space, so I'm going to ask you all a very serious question right now. You can answer honestly. There's no judgment here. Have you ever wanted to bathe in udon? You can tell me. I assure you, I've heard stranger things. If your answer to that is hell yeah, then once again, Japan has got you covered. You can now buy the Sanuki Udon Aroma Bath, a bath salt that smells like, you guessed it, Kagawa Prefecture's famous Sanuki Udon. It doesn't just smell like udon either, it also looks it. And now you can simmer and soak and finally partake of your dreams to become some delicious, thick udon. Because who hasn't had that dream at some point of their life? Sadly, you can't drink it, but gosh, look at the color of that bath water. I can almost taste it from here. Number 9. Last month, Kiyokawa Village in Kanagawa Prefecture announced that genome testing had proven that several skulls and bones kept in the village were that of actual Japanese wolves, which are now extinct, and so they have been designated as an important cultural asset. Japanese wolves were sadly hunted to extinction during the Meiji Restoration, and the last known Japanese wolf was reportedly killed in Nara Prefecture in 1905. At any rate, the bones in Kiyokawa Village were reportedly used as protective charms in various private homes in the village throughout the years, with a local legend being passed down that long ago, a hunter helped a wolf who fell into a hole, and as thanks for helping him, the wolf promised to repay the favour with good luck and protection. Now that the bones have been proven to actually come from the now extinct Japanese wolf, they're hoping to promote the village as a tourist destination, where you can see where wolves used to live. Number 10. Finally this month, my friends, it is time. We've spoken before about some of the neat hide-and-seek events Japan has held over the years, and this year on February 23rd, the Japan Hide-and-Seek Association once again held an event, this time in Hokkaido. Taking place under the World Championship rule set, because I guess that's a thing. 100 men and women of all ages were invited to take part with self-defense members, professional hide-and-seekers, because I guess that's also a thing, and even members of the Antarctic Wintering Party. No word yet on who won, but with that lineup, I'm sure it was a tough one. And that's just some of the weird, bizarre, terrifying, and also kind of funny news that came out of Japan last month. But what about you guys? Hear of anything odd or terrifying? Weird or funny? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you again next time.